Son of a biscuit. I need to go to sleep or I'm going to be late for work tomorrow.
Oh, hey, why are you so late for work today? I've been playing Witcher 3 all night. Oh, Witcher, I've played it too. I think I completed it like 2 times. I'm at my 7th full clear. Nice. Wait, how many times? Yeah, I only play Witcher.
What if you played only one game? What would it be? Maybe Minecraft. There are countless things to do there. Maybe Skyrim. There is always an unexplored cave hiding. Or maybe you'd rather play something online. League of Legends, Counter-Strike, GTA 5. When I'm looking for something to play, I try to find a title that will last me many hours. There is a certain peace in having a game with hundreds or even thousands of hours of gameplay in it. A title that lasts for years. Not 2 sessions, not 2 months, years of playing. Basically every single day. Because let's be real, you're not putting 3000 hours into something like Expedition 33. It's a great action-adventure game. It leans heavily on the story and the characters' dynamics. But the combat side of it is pretty deep too. And sure, you can beat it multiple times. Find tons of hidden corners, run a new game plus, test out different builds, different party combos, see if there are any alternate routes. But the game isn't infinitely wide. After a few playthroughs, you will have seen pretty much everything. I can't just picture myself going through the same story that many times. A story I already know after the first run. What do I care about the collectibles when the story doesn't motivate me to play anymore? Minecraft. I can picture hitting 3000 hours in way more easily. The game itself already gives you a ton of possibilities. Then on top of that, you've got these heavily modified servers, packed to the brim with content. PvP modes where you defend your bed by every means possible. Droppers where you just fall and take in the views. And probably 9000 more different game modes. Then we have mods. I mean, just look at how many there are. You want sci-fi? You got sci-fi. You want medieval? Go ahead. Maybe you'd rather have more furniture to build yourself a nice cozy house. Thousands of mods at that. Personally, I prefer modpacks. One click and it loads up a highly integrated, optimized and most importantly, working pack of mods. Someone played through thousands of mods, gathered all that experience and picked a theme, like a mod pack that turns Minecraft into something closer to Terraria, which sounds wild. Just shifting Minecraft, a game with a handful of mobs, where they add maybe one boss every 8 years. And the person who makes the pack. They gather hundreds of mods. They make sure it all works together. Because most mods aren't built with the idea that there is more than one mod running at once. So when you throw a pack together, the game just doesn't launch. Or worse, it breaks mid-game. You've got a world you love, but you have to leave it behind because it lags itself to death. One click, and you've got a game stuffed to the brim with content, just running. So Minecraft is a fantastic pick to play for years, or even centuries. You could play it exclusively your whole life. Same goes for Skyrim, RimWorld and other sandbox games. We are incredibly lucky these modders exist and that they keep modding. I don't think anyone's going to argue that sandboxes are a great category for playing super long. But take The Witcher 3. Can you imagine playing only The Witcher 3? I couldn't. But for a while now, whenever I meet someone and when we first talk, it comes out pretty quickly that I've spent more of my life in front of PC than away from it. I ask them if they've ever played The Witcher 3. Solid conversation starter.
I like the game and it's super popular. A ton of people I've met have played it. Whether they play casually every now and then or they are full-on gamer, playing all day long. So after a while I just stopped asking, hey, have you ever played The Witcher 3? Because it started to feel pointless. 9 out of 10 times the answer was, of course, I played The Witcher. So now I ask, how many times have you beaten The Witcher 3? And usually it was 3. 3 full playthroughs of The Witcher 3. I've beaten it twice myself, and I played a good while after launch. Around when the next gen update dropped and they gave the White Wolf a serious refresh. Between those 2 playthroughs, there was a few-year gap. in which I obviously played different games. So I'd managed to forget most of the plot, along with a lot of key events, places, and most importantly, characters. Because when I've got it sitting in the back of my head, knowing exactly what's about to happen, the game bores me really fast. I just like discovering something new, setting off on an adventure, getting to know the world. But that's me. I can see that some people love that familiar world, and maybe they will find something new in it, and others just love what's already there, knowing it all inside out. But I mean, they love, absolutely, to the brim, they love it, because the record holder I met for the Witcher playthroughs was on his 7th playthrough. And if that wasn't enough, he said he always grabs every single collectible and does almost all of the checkmarks, even the Skellige. Real dedication. If I had to play just one game, the choice would be tough. I need things in a game to change. I need something to discover. I'd probably go with RimWorld. There is an insane amount of content in there. It's a colony simulator. At the start, you've got a handful of weak people to work with. Each one has their own unique skills. One is a great shooter, but he's bad with melee weapons. And another's a pacifist, a brilliant doctor, and an artist. And with that starting crew, slowly, and I mean really slowly, over dozens of hours, you build up your little settlement, which keeps getting hit by random events, pirate raids, attacks by mad hedgehogs, crashing spaceships, tons of surprises. You can play a single settlement for days, weeks even, probably months if you're stubborn enough, and one small mistake can cost you the whole village, which adds a ton of tension. For example, if you've got a bunch of wooden structures and some guy shows up with a Molotov, chances are the whole thing burns to the ground. The game also has a tech progression system. Just reaching firearms is already a challenge for me. And on top of that, a few rather big DLCs, hundreds of mods, the size of the DLCs, and thousands of mods overall. Or maybe I'd just play League. That game is something else. I won't be going into details here. It's just incredibly addicting. Back in the day, I'd play one game for a long time. Months and more. Wasn't my choice really. I just didn't have different games. Who was I, not even knowing how to connect to the internet, supposed to get online? Not that I even knew what the internet was. Not that I could do anything on PC besides launching a game. Then, at some point, Warcraft 3 just landed in my hands, expansion included. What an outstanding game. The campaign was fun, tough at times. Different races like the Nagas, humans, and the undead. That was just the tip of the iceberg, because that game can be easily played for years. Online. Warcraft 3 had an online mode. A whole world of games opened up. People hosted these games online, but not in the style of a classic real-time strategy. First, you joined a lobby. The map downloaded, and when enough people gathered, the custom map would start. These were completely different systems. Maps were basically modded game. Hiding as sheep, tower defense, the original Dota, where I had no clue what was going on, but it was a banger. And let's take the Dota as an example. Normally, in the Warcraft campaign, you manage a castle and control entire armies. Here, the little units walk on the map on their own, and you control just one character. You upgrade and tweak heavily as the match goes on. Or the same mode, except you're a tank. Or the same thing, except you're a ship. It's that combination of multiplayer, which I think is super important factor in whether a game can be played for years, together with that second key factor, how moddable the game is. In theory, I'm playing Warcraft 3, familiar controls, characters I recognize, but in practice, the actual point of the gameplay is different every time, unless we look at it from the angle of someone who likes playing literally the same thing over and over again. Constantly changing environment is annoying if you prefer a comfortable gameplay. You know where your favorite sword is. You run into characters you already know and love. You mess around with different builds. Once for signs, once for potions. And after a few playthroughs, you will know it inside out too. But is it only a matter of comfort? Me though, I'd rather keep discovering. Make sure to subscribe. Have you ever played The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt?
What?